Where do you think we are? Subtropical? Even tropical? All these Kentia palms. That was a bit of a clue. Hawaii, you reckon? Fiji? Distant sound of surf. Beach just over there. Where do you think we are? Does that help? Mountain on the end. Out there, the southernmost tip of the Great Barrier Reef. We're 800 kilometres northeast of Sydney in the Tasman Sea. Lord Howe Island.
If you like food, this is your kind of show. We're in Australia's food bowl, the Riverina. From there, we'll do some skiing in Coffs. But first, let's take a look at this hidden gem.
This is the nerve centre of Lord Howe Island. There's no Harvey Norman, no Bunnings, no Coles or Woolies, but there is a grocery shop, there's a dive shop, there is a specialty shop, and most important of all, no mobile phone reception. When did you first come to Lord Howe Island?
1959.
1959?
Yeah.
You'd have been fighting off the velociraptors, wouldn't you, then?
Well, they were everywhere.
Well, the island's untouched.
It is completely untouched, just except for 400 visitors and the 300 people who live here.
Tell me a little bit about the island. What's the history of the place?
Oh, the island was discovered when the first fleet had arrived in Botany Bay, and they saw the French there, and they came out here to keep the French off Norfolk Island, and on the way they discovered this place. It was named after Lord Howe, the first Lord of the Admiralty.
Mm-hmm.
And subsequent they came ashore and found there'd been nobody ever living here. So another very fortunate happening on this island was that although it was considered to be a convict settlement, that was never implemented, so we don't have any of that past here. There's nothing to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
And then another great stroke of luck was the discovery that the Kentia palm was a great indoor plant, and it actually became known as the parlour palm of Europe. And everywhere around the world has these Kentia palms, and nobody has a clue where they came from. They came from Lord Howe Island.
This is our first visit to Lord Howe Island, and I have to tell you, I was stunned by the beauty of the place. The words tropical paradise are bandied around so much, they've become meaningless. But this truly is a tropical paradise. The two mountains look like something off a movie set, almost too good to be true. The place still has an untouched wildness that sets it apart from other island experiences we've had in the past. And the development is minimal, in the best sense, meaning good but hidden. Only around 400 visitors are allowed on the island at any given time, and this adds to the mystique of the place. The Robinson Crusoe effect, if you like. Things to do? Well, you can bushwalk to your heart's content. There are very few cars, so you can ride a bike pretty much everywhere. And because you're on the southernmost tip of the Barrier Reef, there's good diving and snorkelling to be had. Lord Howe birdlife is active and vibrant. Spend some time watching. On the beaches, the shallows are filled with fish, to the delight of kids and adults alike. There's even a links golf course, in a setting guaranteed to compensate for any bad shot. As to accommodation, we stayed at the Arugilla Retreat and Spa. Arugilla is tastefully put together with 1- and 2-bedroom suites hidden amongst banyan trees and Kentia palms. The emphasis on attention to detail and thoughtful design. Also amongst the trees is a day spa offering a range of health and beauty treatments. On the island, you tend to eat where you stay, and Arugilla's restaurant won't disappoint. But for me, the food isn't the attraction, it's this sublime location. Lord Howe Island is around 1.5 hours flight from Sydney, and if it's not on your list of places to visit, it should be.
For more information on visiting Lord Howe Island, visit lordhoweisland.info. And for a great place to stay, call the Arugilla Retreat on 1800 063 928 or go to arugilla.com.au.
Ozzie Holiday.
Where do you think I am? The people outside eating. It's a beautiful sunny day, cosmopolitan. I'm actually in Griffith, in the heart of the Riverina. This is a story about food. It's about the food that's produced, it's about where it goes, and it's about what people do with it. Did you know, for example, 1 in 4 glasses of wine consumed in Australia are made here? 90% of citrus fruit comes from here. 90% of rice comes from here. This is an amazing place, and it really is well worth a look. Neil, where are we? Why are we here? And who are all these people?
We are in Junee. We're here to celebrate food, and all of these people are people wanting to celebrate the food that we grow here.
Oh, okay. So it is what's it called? The festival?
It's called Taste Riverina Food Festival.
Okay, I'm glad you got that because I couldn't remember it.
No, me.
Now, what are these people? Do they represent some growers? Or?
They represent the growers and the producers, but then a lot of other Riverina people are just here to celebrate.
Oh, okay. Because this is the chocolate and licorice factory,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Amazing building, isn't it?
I love it. Yeah.
Let's go and have a drink.
Ozzie Holiday.
Today we are going on a food trek that's going...
A food trek?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
It's a small group tour
Yeah.
around the Riverina, and we're showcasing some really great produce, restaurants and wineries.
And they're all renowned for what they produce, I guess.
Well, here's pause for thought. A food tour that starts with breakfast. I like croissants, and Bernard makes a good one. Next, we're off to Knight's Deli. Once upon a time, a deli was where you went for a ham sandwich wrapped in cling film. Not anymore. And here in the olive grove, we find olives don't just magically appear in plastic containers, they come from trees. And they're in different flavours. Now, licorice and chocolate are a great combination. Here at Junee, you can tour the factory, sample the licorice, and prime yourself for the next stop, which is Mate Scully Restaurant. All organic food and a lecture about how good it is. And then there's the winery. This one's on campus at Charles Sturt University. They've won 27 awards for these reds and whites. Last but not least, it's beer o'clock.
Well, this is where we end Tanya's Food I Am tour. It's all about the beautiful produce produced here in the Riverina. However, we've finished up here at the Thirsty Crow, which is a boutique brewery. And the proprietor of this particular establishment assures me that the beer here does include local water. So we'll just check. Yeah, that's local. That's local water. It's a great way to end. Cheers.
Ozzie Holiday.
Remember I said this story is also about what you can do with food? Well, here at Riverina Grove, Louis is doing something unusual with sauces, onions and dips.
Tell me why you came up with the name Bum Hummer for a range.
Well, it came up 18 years ago over a couple of beers on a Saturday afternoon.
As things do, yeah.
As things do, and we were looking for a name for this particular product, and that's what we come up with as a bit of a joke.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. But haven't you got something on the label that says about it makes you fart or something? What does it
Yes,
say?
there is 1,000 farts in a jar.
And of course, being a bit of a food fan, I just couldn't help myself.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going
I
to
know exactly what you're going to do.
No, you don't. You may not. You may not. Okay, what's this one first? This is the relish, isn't it?
That's correct. That's the salsa, yeah.
Salsa, yeah. Okay. I'll put a bit on there. Okay, now.
You won't regret it.
Yeah, I have a feeling I might. I'm going to mix them. So you didn't know what I was going to do. Now, I know you shouldn't do this. I know you shouldn't do
That's
this.
all right.
So what's the combination I've got now? It's the...
Chili salsa, and you've got the goat chaser sauce.
Okay. And
an onion. You're sick. So it's nice.
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's good. We might put that on the menu then.
Oh, no, now it's coming at me. Oh, now it's coming at me.
Jeremy, I suppose you could say here we're at the top end of West End. Would that be true?
No, definitely.
It surprises me that you associate wine with sort of romance and, you know, couples, dinners, that sort of stuff, yet this is very much a big factory approach.
Oh, definitely. We cater, you know, from the high end of the market as well as the bottom end of the market as well. You know, commercial wine to ultra premium as well.
Okay. Well, at any given moment, say, what would you have in these tanks on site here at West End?
At the moment, we're looking at about 10 million litres with a full capacity of about 15 million.
That's a lot of wine, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Now, you're the winemaker here at West End. What's your role?
So my role is to just coordinate and ensure premium quality. You know, between me and the other couple of winemakers, we look after everything during the harvest season, get everything fermented properly and to the highest quality possible, and then blend.
What are we looking at here then? What's this one?
This is our signature wine. It's the Three Bridges Durif. It does quite well here in the region. It likes the sunshine hours.
So the Riverina is good for producing this sort of, well, what's the flavour?
Yeah, full-bodied red.
Oh, I suppose we should try it.
Yeah, definitely. Good drop.
Yeah, I think being 1,000 metres in the air helps a bit too, doesn't it?
Exemplifies the experience.
To find out more information about visiting the Riverina, go to riverinatourism.com.au. Or if you're looking for a lifestyle change to the Riverina, visit countrychange.com.au. After the break, the Riverina and irrigation. Cold waters are a hot topic when you're growing food.
Ozzie Holiday.
Julie, we're here in Collyamberley. Now, you're running from here what you call farm to food tours. So what's the purpose of that?
The purpose is because our business is farming, our core business, and we want to show people that how we're growing food in a sustainable manner. We go to about 4 different locations and see what's happening at the farms at the moment. If there's any tractors working, we have a look at that.
Okay. And they get the idea of how it all works. All right. Okay, because water is a big issue at the moment, is it not?
It is, and we're one of the most water efficient irrigation areas in Australia, if not the world.
Okay, and what are you growing?
We're growing wheat, rice, corn, soybeans, canola and pumpkins.
So all food crops? Okay. Julie, what's the message then behind the tour? What are you trying to tell people?
The message is that we're very water efficient and that we're using that water in a sustainable manner to grow food, feed Australians and the world.
So what do people react to the tour? What do they say?
Oh, they love it. They just, it gives them a different view of, they've often heard negative things about growing rice and about irrigation, so it gives them a feel for what we're actually doing and understanding that we're actually looking after the land.
And food doesn't just magically appear in supermarkets.
Exactly right, yep. We're at the end of our farm tour now, and as you can see, the guys are having fun practicing their sustainable use of water. This is a corn crop, and this is how, well, not quite, but this is sort of how we water our corn with the furrow irrigation, and it's very sustainable and water efficient. And just as an example, one Collyamberley farm will feed approximately 4,500 people a year.
Ozzie Holiday.
Don't you just love these moody days? This is the beach at Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. Today is about activities. We've got another Jack, and Jack is going to do some camel riding. He's going to learn to water ski. He's going to do some rolling in one of those big plastic bubbles. And he's going to do a little bit of tobogganing at the Big Banana, which is not far away. But this is one that's quite unique for this particular area. It's on the beach, they feel at home. It's camels. Give us a bit of a rundown of what sort of things you've got. Give us a few.
Well, we got a number of different species, both fish species and invertebrates, so octopus species and shark species as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we've got about 14 different tanks that showcase about 45 different species of animals here at the Salterhounds of Glen.
Be popular with the kids, wouldn't they? They like fish, don't they?
Oh, they love it. Yeah, we have a great time.
Now, tell me something. You hear this about fish all the time, that they've got a 3-second memory. What's your view on that?
I'd probably disagree with that. Fish come in all different shapes and sizes as well as personalities, and they definitely have a longer memory than 3 seconds.
I've heard anecdotally that octopus are quite an intelligent animal. Is that correct?
They are very, very intelligent. We get them to get some food out of a bottle, put the food in the bottle, and put a cap on the bottle, and get them to open the bottle and get the food out.
Using one of its 8 legs.
And one of its 8 legs, and 220 suction cups per leg.
When I was a kid, learning to water ski wasn't much fun. It usually involved rope burns and swallowing lots of water. But this is different. The bar on the side of the boat makes it so easy. This is Jack's first ever go at skiing. And aside from the odd glitch, he could pass for a pro.
Ozzie holiday.
This is a lovely location, still in Coffs, time out experiences. And Jack is going to walk on water. Richard, what's the history here? How did the Big Banana actually begin?
It started in the mid-60s. There was a fellow, he went to Hawaii on a family vacation, and he noticed there was a giant pineapple advertising a fellow's fruit stand over there. So as he sold bananas here, he decided to build a big banana. And that's why a lot of people remember the banana being much larger, because all the buildings got built around it. It doesn't look as big if you were here back in that day.
Today we're not here to look at the new ice rink, the theatre or the plantation tour. We're going tobogganing. The ride runs down the hill at quite a steep angle, and being a metal track, you soon find yourself building up a head of steam. Made even more interesting by the multiple twists, turns and curves. Something Jack really enjoyed because, let's face it, like all kids, he's a thrill seeker.
It's typical, isn't it? The day we're leaving, not a cloud in the sky. This is the Coffs Coast Holiday Park in Park Beach. Lovely place to stay, a great place to use as your base when you're touring around the Coffs Coast. As you can see, perfect facilities for the kids, lovely pool, there's a jumping castle down there, nice cabins, plenty of room, and of course powered and unpowered sites down the back, lots of them. But it's onward and upward, we're off to the next location.
There's over 101 things to do on Coffs Coast. To book your holiday or get your free copy of the 101 Things to Do book, call 1300 Coffs Coast or visit the website coffscoast.com.
Ozzie holiday.
Isn't this a spectacular view? This is what you get from the Metro Apartments Darling Harbour. Absolutely amazing. All the views just like this. You've got cathedral high windows, loft apartments, and this is what you look at. Couldn't resist showing you because we're staying here. Maritime Museum just across the road. You've got the aquarium, the convention centre. You can take the ferry and get into Circular Quay, the Opera House. It's very, very central. Beautiful hotel. Now with Metro there are two options. There's the Metro Hotel Sydney Central, which is in Pitt Street. Now that's a fabulous location as well. You've got the Haymarket, Paddy's Market, Chinatown's there, the Queen Victoria building with all the shopping. You're right in the middle of that. There's deluxe and superior rooms. It's a non-smoking hotel and lovely restaurant, all the facilities you'd expect for something in the heart of the city. And that's why we don't go past Metro when we stay here. I mean, why would you? Look at that.
Book your city escape at Metro Hotels Sydney Central and Metro Apartments Darling Harbour by calling the toll-free Central Reservations line on 1800 004 321. Alternatively, bookings can be made online at metrohotels.com.au. Now, I know we've just been in Sydney, but we've got a minute or so to spare, and last week in the Heart of New South Wales story, I couldn't fit in Tottenham. So here it is.
Hours of driving in the outback and we've come to this. a can made out of slag from the Mount Royal copper mine, the discovery of which resulted in the township of Tottenham, which is about 50 k's from here. This, however, is the geographical centre of New South Wales. What are you doing?
So what's drawing you to Tottenham these days? You've lived here all your life, haven't
All my
you?
life, yes.
And you've got quite a heritage in the
Oh
town.
yeah, well actually my grandfather, I've told this a lot, but he rode a push bike here in 1906.
From where?
From Trangie.
Oh my God.
But then he got the train from Canowindra. And I've often told people I wish the chain had a broke somewhere.
And of course you're right in the middle of New South Wales, just
Dead
about.
centre of New South Wales. My father was instrumental in making that definite.
Because other towns claim the same thing.
They're still trying to claim it. But my father actually wrote to the Central Mapping Authority in Bathurst in the 80s, and it was mapped, and the cairn was erected out west of Tottenham here, which I think you might have seen on the way through this morning. So it's that is the geographical centre of New South Wales as far as we're concerned anyhow.
And you're the closest town to it.
Closest town, yep.
Someone was telling me that you've only ever owned one car in all your life.
That's
What's
correct.
That?
Model A Ford, Donna. Yeah.
How old's that?
1928 it was born.
And you still get around in that, do you?
I love it. I love it.
For more information, use your smartphone and download our free Heart of New South Wales Visitor Guide app or visit www.heartofnsw.com.au.
Next week, we're heading for the heart and playground of Queensland's Sunshine Coast. Up to 1770 and Agnes Water for a little history, and then it's out to the Whitsundays with Captain Jack. Next week on Aussie Holiday.
Aussie Holiday. Aussie Holiday.
Want to be part of the show? Follow us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, or just email airtracks@bigpond.com.